Hey guys, it's Quana back again with another review. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. So, I'm here today to talk to you guys all about Netflix's newest movie called The Lovebirds, starring Miss Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani. The Lovebirds was originally set to be theatrically released by Paramount Pictures, but due to, the whole little like COVID-19 pandemic and whatnot, movie theaters are kind of out of commission, and so it headed over to Netflix instead. And I think that this was a very smart decision. um, it was a good movie, but honestly neither one of them are big enough stars that this would have been kind of an extended money making venture for them. Perhaps if it was released around Valentine's Day, it would have pulled in a good Valentine's Day romantic comedy, you know budget, but or box office numbers. But it wasn't set to be released around that because Issa Rae already had a movie in the theaters that weekend called The Photograph. So it found its home on Netflix. I think that this is really good for them and Netflix because Netflix kind of needs a win right now. The last couple of movies have been kind of like, and so this was a really good way to, I think, fill in some of that lack that they've been having. So what is The Lovebirds? Well, The Lovebirds is a rom-com, and it's all around this premise of this couple who we see kind of fall in love, and then we see the kind of breakdown of their relationship, and they're arguing all the time. And in the midst of their arguing, they get carjacked by this guy who claims to be a cop, and he's chasing another criminal, and he ends up hitting the guy and killing him. Well, what happens, of course, two bystanders walk by and see them and think they've killed the guy. So now they're on the run and they've got to flee and they've got to figure out what the heck is going on so that they can have some hope of clearing their name. Um, in the midst of all this, we see them in different situations, and we see kind of the things that have caused them argument, but at the same time, things that are bringing them together. And it's a really cute little movie. There is a funny little scene with a cameo by Anna Camp. I don't know if I would call it a cameo, though. I mean, she has a part in the movie, but it's kind of small. And the film is entertaining enough. It never really gives me any like laugh out loud belly moments, but I don't think that's what rom com really does. There are some physical comedy scenes that, for those of you who love physical comedy, it's going to be there for you. I'm not a big physical comedy girl. The last physical comedy that I truly liked was Home Alone. Um, what makes this movie stand out, however, is the on-screen chemistry between Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani. They work really well together. They also are very attractive people, and they look very good together. And one of my critiques of both of these actors have been in their very small, not oh, that sounds horrible, I was going to say small careers, but they're up and coming careers. In their up and coming careers, they have already started to be kind of boxed in, and neither one of them have had tremendous standouts. Of course, there's tons of acclaim around Insecure, and there's tons of acclaim around The Big Sick, but the personalities they present in both those roles also mirror their own personalities a whole lot. Well, I actually thought that this was pretty good for Issa Rae. Sometimes her roles can feel a little flat, and her voice can be a little, but I thought she sounded really good in this role. I thought she had more confidence than she usually has when she's in a movie, and so I actually thought that this was a really good role for her. Kumail as well, I thought did really well. He did a little bit more physical comedy here, and so his comedy style tends to be a bit more subdued. He really kind of stepped outside of his shell, really tried to go for it with the physical. I was a little disappointed that we didn't get to see those famous abs, but I digress. It was really fun to see them work together. If he wasn't married and she wasn't engaged, I would have said, hey, they would make a really cute couple together. But I guess that's life. So definitely like the on-screen chemistry between these two. Now dislikes, writing wise, the script was a little bare bones. There wasn't enough dialogue for the other characters. At times it felt like definitely some scenes were kind of being ad-libbed on the fly, and there weren't a lot of other actors of big names, and I understand why they did that. You don't want characters so big that they outshine the two main leads. However, I thought that they could have used some really cute cameos by maybe some big names in some of the smaller roles, just a walk on part of like, hey, you're in the city, come on over to our movie and just walk on and give you $10,000 for this, just to kind of spice things up and give the audience a little bit something to be interested in and say, oh, hey, look at them. I don't think that this is one of those movies that you go back to a lot, but I thought it was good. I definitely would give it a B plus. So that's my take on the movie. Tell me down below in the comments if you've seen it, what you thought about it. I definitely think it's worth a watch. So if you're looking for a date night this weekend, definitely give the Lovebirds a shot. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you today. If you liked this video, do me a favor and like and subscribe to my channel so that I can bring you more great content like this. And until next time, toodles.